It's Triple Crown here, Saturday, March 15th, 2025, the Ides of March, and here we are at the Eastgate card show, ready to buy some cards, hopefully. There will definitely be plenty of cards to choose from, as this show has over 300 tables sold. I don't know what the exact number was, but I do know this is the most tables ever advertised for this show. Should mean that I have plenty of cards to look around at, and found some nice little hidden gems here today. Let's go ahead and show you what I found.
Take a look real quick if you don't mind.
I think that's all I have. I have a bunch of other stuff that I haven't pulled out yet. I got a Rushman patch to 15 auto. That's pretty good.
What product is it?
Museum.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
But I just haven't pulled. I haven't priced any of that stuff yet.
Okay.
It's Gunner to 15.
Oh, even better.
Nice patch. Coachman. I got a Clark auto to 25. Will Clark.
Okay.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff I haven't priced yet. So.
Yeah, good. I'll hand these back. I'm interested in this for sure. The Wells and the Riley Green as well.
Oh, the Independence?
Yeah.
Which one?
The Riley Green, red to 5.
The Riley Green, red to 5? Yep. Okay, I gotta look this one up.
Yeah, no worries.
This gentleman has a little bit of everything in his case. You can see a couple hockey cards peeking out at the bottom there. There's a Trae Young optic rookie there, but a lot of baseball in this case, which is right up my alley, of course. I find two cards in the case that really jump out to me. It's an Austin Wells Independence Day, as you can see in my hand right there. Those are numbered to 76. One of my favorite parallels, the 2018 version when they first introduced it, is probably one of my top 3 parallels that Topps has ever done. And then the Riley Green Red Refractor as well, showing a little bit of my Tigers bias there. But those are two cards that you don't see pop up too often. The price stickers look pretty reasonable on them, and that to me is enough to at least try to make an offer on these. Now he does have a nice Gunnar Henderson patch auto as well. I definitely want to add that in, but only if the price is right. I don't want to force something else in if it is not necessary. I'd be perfectly content offering on these two cards.
So the only one I can find for 15 was this one. I'd probably be at 200. I think that's a better patch.
Yeah.
So
okay. We do 300 for all 3 of these.
Yeah, I can do 3.
Right, cool. Can these two?
Alright, I apologize for the weird lighting. That happens a lot when I go to this mall, is that there are going to be times where I'm in areas where it feels like it's completely dark, and then there's times where I'm underneath the glass ceilings where the light kind of comes in and makes for some very interesting reflection patterns on the showcases and all that. But that doesn't stop me from making the deal here. The Wells and the Riley Green are mine, as well as the Gunnar Henderson. The only sale that he was showing me was at $240. I did find another one. I think it was in the high hundreds, like a 180-ish sale, offering it to me at $200. I think that's perfectly fair, especially considering the most recent one at $240. And the other cards are lower numbered. They don't pop up all that much. They're good quality cards. Really, the sticker price seemed like it was in the ballpark of what I'd be willing to offer, and I didn't even bother looking them up because it just felt like it was a pretty solid price for those. Nice to get a deal like this done within the first 15 minutes of a show. Definitely nice to know that I won't be walking out empty-handed.
Once you have your Ty Cobb sketch.
I have no idea. I mean, no idea. Throw me an offer and I'll tell you if I like it or not.
Okay.
I mean, there's obviously no Cobbs, right? I mean, there's other sketch cards. It was just something I pulled back in 09 and was like, you know what, I'm going to get that encapsulated.
Whenever I'm looking for a showcase, I'm always looking for something that catches my eye. That's usually the response I give if someone asks me if I'm looking for anything in particular. I just want to see what catches my eye. You never know what you're going to find at a show. Definitely not on my checklist today was a Ty Cobb 1-of-1 sketch card. He tells me he is the original owner of it. That's also kind of impressive that he's had this card for 15 plus years now. I am intrigued by the design of the card. It kind of has this red circle in the background, as you can somewhat see there on the white background. It kind of makes me wonder if it's a reference to Ty Cobb's time playing in Japan. That's actually where he ended his career after his final Major League game. He played his final game over in Japan in the late 1920s. and it kind of gives me that vibe based on it. And also the Tigers logo on his jersey isn't as distinct, indicating that maybe he wasn't playing as a Tiger. So I really want to know what his price is on this, because if it's reasonable, I feel like I have to get this.
It's great. There are a few comps on random 101 sketches from that year. And I'd do it like $100.
It's about your Derrick Henry auto.
So the out of 49 just did 303 or something on auction. I'm at 340. I feel like that's.
Is it rookie year?
The out of 49.
Yeah,
This is rookie. Yes, yeah. So is the out of literally this card out of 49 did 303.
Sure.
Yep. And it was raw as well.
What about this Julio?
I mean, the comps are so few far. I'm at 1,000.
Okay.
I mean, I would have a little room, but it's like a pop 2 with the 210 with the double 10, and at one point was a $3,000 card, and
might have been more.
yeah, it might have. There was a funky sale in there like 6, but I don't think it got paid for it.
Okay.
Like it was way higher than that. I just don't think it ever did that. But, I mean, I'm open. There's comps are like 300 and 325. Believe it or not. I guess because it's the gold.
I could believe it.
You told me 100 on the Ty Cobb sketch card. That's fine. That's ideally what I was going to pay. Maybe 80 or 90 would have been better, but I'm not going to argue at 100. That's perfectly fine with me. I did want to try to add something else with it. He had a lot of nice cards in this case. I kind of went back and forth with myself for the better part of 10 minutes on several different cards that I kind of showed you there throughout those various clips, but decided it wasn't in my best interest to add anything on. It's kind of trying to work the numbers in my head and more so talk myself into making the deal, which is never a good sign. If I'm spending that much time trying to convince myself that I should buy it, then it probably means it's time to walk away. And that's pretty much what I did here, although I wasn't going to leave without that Ty Cobb in my hands.
I'll just take this at 100, I think.
Okay. Watch out. That's like my conversation piece that was just on.
I had to. Super cool.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
What are you thinking, man?
I saw this too and that, so now I'm kind of shifting gears a little bit. Yeah.
You want to look at those?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back over there where we came in. How much did you on that?
Is that the?
Either one.
So that one's numbered. I'm wanting 40 for that, and I want 30 for the non.
I saw several things that caught my eye in this showcase. The first one was a Babe Ruth Superfractor out of Topps Transcendent, the new chrome ones that they do. And then this Joey Votto 1 of 1 with part of the Reds logo patch out of Museum, game used patch card, as well as an Ellie De La Cruz Gold Wave Topps Chrome Rookie Auto. All really good cards, and you might be wondering how I got these nice pictures of them, and it's because he bought them on eBay, meaning I was able to steal the pictures off of eBay to show them to you. Now, does this concern me at all? No, not really. I am going to take those sales and analyze them and kind of figure out, okay, did he just get a really good deal on them, or is that a fair price for them, or do I feel like he overpaid for them? That's going to be my own discretion, but just because he paid that price doesn't mean that is the value of that card until the end of time. People are allowed to get good deals on eBay, and that isn't going to scare me off, but I am going to take it into consideration if I do end up making an offer on something like this.
1,300 and 375.
Okay. I think I'll hold off for now. Well, thank you for letting me look. Awesome stuff.
Here's why I passed on these two. For the Votto, a 1 of 1 Votto around the 375 range, for not that much more, I could probably flirt with a Dynasty 1 of 1, and at that price point, I'd probably try to go after one of the Dynasties instead. If this card was autographed, I might be a little bit more enticed, but just for a patch, it doesn't really do it for me at that price point, which is why I ended up passing there. As for the Ellie, the one that I showed you earlier, yes, it was shown around like $740, and there's a lot of sales in the $800-ish range. There was one 4 days prior to the show at $1,300, which is where I'm guessing he got that number from. But that is one of the highest sales since the card came out. There are some that are higher, but it was right after the product released, meaning that it's probably just not the right time. If I wanted to get into a card like that, should probably wait for the sales to come down a little bit if they do come down. That's why I decided to go ahead and walk on these two. Right after that last deal took place, I kind of go through this next batch at rapid fire speed, or at least I'm showing it to you at rapid fire speed here. And I am looking through a box that wasn't out on this guy's table. I'd gone through his boxes that he had out, and this was what he called his quasi-PC box, which means to me, I'll sell this stuff, but only at the right price. And it piqued my interest, and I went through. There are a lot of older refractors in here and numbered stuff, and by older I mean pre-COVID stuff for the most part. Not incredibly old by any means. It definitely makes me feel old if that's what we're considering old. But it's stuff that I really do love, and it's stuff that I will end up just keeping for myself, if nothing else out of it. But I found a lot of cool numbered Mookie Betts tops, chrome refractors, some Acuna stuff. He had a lot of nice stuff of a lot of really good players. The only player he didn't really have a section for of note was Ohtani. Maybe those had already been picked over, or whatever the case may be. Maybe he just didn't collect Ohtani. That's fine too. But there was plenty for me to go through, and honestly, I kind of wish he had a football box like this, because if it was similar style cards, I imagine I probably would have made my stack quite a bit larger. But I kind of wanted to breeze through these here, kind of show you a little bit of what I picked out, as well as what else he kind of had to offer in this box. And then he went ahead and priced them out for me, let me know what he was thinking, and we came up with a number that worked out.
10 and 10 each on those, I guess.
I think you're at like 265 from the numbers you told me. We just make it 250.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I hate to see that one go. Wholesale.
Yeah. A lot of these you don't see anymore.
Well, that is it. A little shorter than normal for me on the vlog today, but I really didn't pick up anything else of note. And one thing you'll probably notice is that there was no football that I purchased throughout the show. I did inquire about a few football cards, but again, I'm not going to buy someone just for the sake of buying something, especially when I know that I'm going to get 80%ed on it the next time that I set up at a show, buy the repackers and all that. I just don't want to deal with it. So I'll look for good quality pieces that jump out to me. If I find them, great. If I don't, then no big deal. There's plenty more to buy. That's the beauty of the hobby today, is that there are always ways to buy cards, and there's always something going on. There are 4 shows in the Cincinnati area this upcoming weekend, meaning there will be plenty more chances to buy cards next weekend and also into the future. But that'll do it for me today. Like I said, not too much action here at Eastgate, but a few things that I thought were pretty cool that I wanted to share with you nonetheless. Thanks for taking the time to watch. I'll see you next time. Take care, stay safe, be kind.